Right, welcome back to Yeah Boy MX. Back on the Goldwing. I think today we're gonna do cam belt. This front cover's got to come off. There's two belts either side. But first, I didn't drain the oil, so yeah, and I've got to change the stator here. That's in this box here because they are known for going. Yeah, these stators are known for going on the Goldwings, so it's a gl1200. But yeah, we're gonna drain the oil out of it. Done some work. I did some work on the tank, so you can check my other videos for that. But yeah, gotta try and keep busy because my head's messed up. But yeah, let's get into it. So to start with, right at the bottom of the back of the engine, I'm going to unscrew this. I'm going to make sure we put something underneath. And we're going to catch the oil. I'll back in a sec. Right back now. Oil's all drained. Quite a bit come out of it, to be fair. So it's quite surprising how much oil's in these. But now, I'm going to have a go at changing the cam belts, because this is 1985. So we've got two bolts here, this side, two Allens this side, and see how we go. Slowing down now. Seems to be quite a lot of oil in there, to be honest. Yeah, this is our new little setup. Got a little patio heater here, keep me warm. Got a light on it. I think, yeah. No, not plugged in. Wait out there. But yeah, so we're just going to work on that, let that drain. I've got to have a go at getting it back in the bike. It's been a while now. Lost a bit of interest in it, like you do. Yeah, frame needs a bit of a rub down in places. I've just touched that up. I'm not going to do a full frame respray, but yeah, just tidy her up a little bit. I've got to get this back end. I've done the fuel tank now, so I've got to try and clean up in here, get that back inside. Have a look at the wiring. There's a bit of some fucking dodgy wiring on this bike, so I don't know who's been playing with it, but yeah, not very good. So yeah, she's still dripping. I'm gonna tip the engine over, drain that, and then when I do the cam belts, there's one either side. I've got to make sure the timing's good, but I'll talk about that when I do it. But on here, this is where you can see, I'm looking for like a T1 mark, and that'll mean I'm in top dead center inside. And then obviously there's a cog on here that I've got to make sure lines up this way and it points up. Same again on this side. I think there's some electrical thing I've got to loosen off, some tensioners, but when we get in there we'll have a good look. But yeah, first thing, drain the oil, because I've got to take this whole casing off here, because whoever designed this was a bad idea. The stator is here. That thing is inside the block, and I don't know why they do that, but they did. So I've got to split the casing to get at that, but I've got the bits for it, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, let's see what happens. Give this a few more minutes. Right, we're just draining the oil. It's nice and black. So yeah, we're going to let that drain. I'll have to move this engine forward a bit because it's not going to go all over my floor. But yeah. Right, we've just took these out. There's one, two. Let's try and take this off. Oh, I don't know. Might have to pry that off or something, I think. Oh no. There we go. Right, good. There's a gasket on here. Oh, just drop that off. So I'll put that down. Like so. Try not to break the seal. Yeah, so there's a rubber seal that goes around the casing. There's one on either side. Let's have a look at this belt. Doesn't look too bad. A few wear marks on it. Looks nice and dry in there. So I've got to put this into top dead centre first. We've got to do this belt first, get to the back. And then come to this side. But yeah, so let's have a look in there, turn the engine over, get it to top dead centre. Right, we've just put a bolt on here, a socket, sorry. And we've just turned her gently until we see, can you see that? It says F1, and on the top of this casing, where the cap would go, there's a line. Well, that line, can you see it? That line there. So when we come down to the front, there should be a mark in here. I've got to try and think. This should be up. That one should be facing up. I need a light. Hold on. Let's have a better look at it. Oh, that says up, it's at the bottom. That up is at the bottom. So maybe it's not FI we're looking for. Let's see if we can see any of the marks on there. Nothing. Nothing. I got F2. It's F2 up. Let's have another look. No, it's not. That's not. So maybe it's not F2. Keep going. F2, T2, maybe T2. Let's have another look. That's not, it must be T1. I think I said T1, but let's go again. What's going on here? Now we got a T. Right, we got a T on there now with a line. Let's check. I think that might be the right one. Yeah. There's a dot there. That's the line up there. That has to go up. This has to go up. There's a dot there on the side of that case. So yeah, we're in top dead centre now. So I've never done this before, so just going off other YouTube videos, but I think we're going to take this belt off first to get to the back one. Yada yada yada. So, right, we got the cam belt on, but it was an absolute pig. So yeah, this cam spring loaded and jump forward, so that's try and tilt her back, try and hook her on and then get tension, and obviously turn it over a couple of times, make sure she's in top dead centre. Yeah, this one here, not gonna lie, this one was a problem. So yeah, lots of effing and swearing, but yeah, original belts, Honda, got Honda printed on them. So yeah, we've got 2 new belts on this now. I'm gonna try and get these seals on, try and get the casings back on the front. Back in a bit. Right, welcome back. We've just done oil filter housing, which is at the bottom here. We've just changed oil filter, both O-rings for a high flow. Let's have a look here. There's 2 O-rings in there, so we've done the small one, which is the main bolt, goes at the top of the strainer, and then the big one that seals it to the casing. But now we are going to have a go at getting this casing off here, which goes all the way around. So there's little 8mm everywhere. Take this off. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think. Hopefully they just seal it to the block, but there's definitely these 3 that are long, so I've got to remember that. And then hopefully get to the stator. So I'm going to undo those bolts. See if I can get to move. If I can, I'll be back. See you in a minute. Right, we've had to take all the bolts out, and then we've had to also take out, because it weren't budging, actually clutch basket cover with the hydraulic cylinder in it. So that's had to come out, and it feels like it moves a little bit. To lay them out, so it's all funny shapes and sizes. So always lay your bolts out, because the worst thing you want is when you put it back together, you don't know where it goes. But yeah, inside there now, we're trying to get to the stator. So new ones in here. Just here. Apparently they're really common for failing. So cross your fingers. Let's hope this one works. But yeah, I'm just going to take that off. I need 2 hands. I can't do it with one. Good news. Good news. We have got it off. We have got it off. There's a lot of oil in here. I've got to try and soak up. Let's try and mop some of that up before it goes all over the floor. Bit of a chain in there. Main drive shaft goes to the wheels. This is your clutch discs in there. Can you see? That's what spins round your. Oh, that's nasty. Look at that. Can you see that? Let me get some paper towel for that. Oh my God, how nasty that is. Right, I'm going to mop that up and then we're going to have a look at this. That's what I've got to get off. And I've heard these are an absolute, these Phillips heads are a fucking nightmare to get off. So I'm going to check the bearings. Make sure they're all good. Have a good look over this. That's not looking good. What's that? Is that rubber? Silicon? I'll have a look at that in a minute. Back in a minute. Working on that Goldwing last night. I had to call it a day. Couldn't get this little fucker off. You see it? Didn't have the tool. I've got one, don't know where it is. So anyway, where there's a will, there's a way. Use some of these, push it apart, screwdriver. Couldn't film it, but yeah, now that should come out. Then that means that the stator, the knackered stator, is out. So we're going to go around the casing, check bearings, selectors. Covered this up last night so there's nothing getting in it. Yeah, so we're going to have a investigation, a bit of an investigation, make sure everything looks good in there. We're going to get the new stator, which is here. And have a look at getting that one back inside, make sure it all fits, yada yada yada. Clean these surfaces up. I've got a new gasket in there. I've got to get some surface cleaner, a bit of gasket to get off, a razor blade, and then get that back in there and that back on there. And I think once we've done that, I'm not too sure on the clutch at the minute, if the clutch is good, but we're going to get that back in the bike, because I think you can work on the clutch from the back end of the bike, from underneath the centre stand here. So it won't be the end of the world if the clutch cover's got to come off, which is this one here. That comes off on this ring here from the other side. So that won't be the end of the world if we've got to do that. But at the minute, it's all looking pretty good in here. I'm going to give it a clean. Give it a clean. Might put a bit of sealant. Might put a smear of sealant on maybe this surface. There's a locating dowel there. Didn't know that yesterday. Make sure that's in. There's another one here, look. Locating dowel. Is only over the back. Not too sure. But yeah, I'm going to bolt this one in. I'll be back in a minute. Bit of an update. Got some good news. New stator is in. Slightly different to this one, but I had to figure it out. Got the snap ring back on there, as it should. Now we're just going to clean up all the surfaces, get the gasket. I might put a little bit of gasket sealant on a few of these areas here. So I've noticed on this old bike there's a bit missing there, look, by the starter motor, but the surface is good there. So definitely going to put a bit of sealant in here, see if I can get that to rebite. But apart from that, got a little bit of gasket there and there. And run my finger around the edges. It's all looking pretty good so far. I'll make sure there's no fucking, see this, I've been finding this everywhere. So yeah, I'll be back once I've done that. Right, stator's in, old one's off. Engine casing been cleaned, smoothed. I'm happy with that. New gasket. I'm gonna get that out, fit that on there. I've got some high temperature just to smear on a few areas here. I just don't like that there, so I might put a bit of shit in there and go from there. Right, not happy. Went for an original. 80% fits, the rest don't. Fuck off. So we've just gone round with some seam sealant. Said it's good for, what is it? Engines and shit. Well, basically I've had to bloody go around the whole casing and sealing it up. It's all bolted back down, stator's in, clips in. We're gonna have to let that set, put some oil in it. Gonna have to put some oil in it and hope for the bloody best. But if that leaks oil, you got yourself a bargain, people. 400 quid, somebody takes a lot. I'll be done with it after that. But yeah, that's meant to be for 315 degrees, and I put a good bit on. I've just spent the last 20 minutes just cleaning it down. But yeah, all the bolts that was down there, I'll just follow the sequence, putting it back in. So far, so good, but I've got to give that at least 24 hours or more to harden. Get some more oil, fill her up, cross my fingers, and I hope to God, because if this leaks, if this thing leaks after all that work getting it out of there, the whole thing's going. I've had enough of it. And these old bikes, my temperament at the minute is fucking fucked. So yeah, if that leaks, that's what you need to do, guys. Come and get the bike. You need a fucking gasket. To the rest of it, boom, have some of that.